one, we're looking for combinations that multiply to a times c. So 7 times 28. So you're always looking for trinomials, first of all, to see if there's any factors that come out. But 7, 53, and 28 don't have any values that will come out first. So we have a times c. So 7 times 28 is 196. That, that add to be 53. Okay, so if I start making this list right now, I could say, oh, I have no idea. So 1, they're all positive, so I know I have no negatives, luckily. 1 times, whoops, 190, that's a 9. 1 times 196, that does not add to 53. So I'm going to try to think of some numbers that might be closer. Let's see. First of all, for example, if that we then go on to 2, 196 divided by 2 is 98. But those don't add to 53. Then if I take 196 and I divide it by 3, there's decimal, so it can't be that. If I take 196 and divide it by 4, 4 and 49. Oh, it's got to be those combos because they multiply to 196 and add to 53. 4 and 49. Okay, so I'll do this one with grouping again because some of you prefer grouping. So you can watch the other videos to go back and review my method if you prefer. So for grouping, remember I'm going to replace the center term with those two values. So 4a, plus 49a. And I'm allowed to do that because 4a plus 49a is 53, right? 53a. So I again replaced the center, 53a, with those factors. And now I'm going to write what's left in the front and back. So front we have 7a squared plus 28. Okay, so then if you're going to do this, you got to do grouping. So you do left pair, right pair. So for the left pair, right, 7a squared plus 4a, you ask yourself, well, what do they have in common that we can factor out? Well, we can factor out the letter A. So we know what's left is 7 because 7a, because 7a times a is 7a squared plus 4. Because you ask yourself, a times what is 4a, so it's 4. Okay, now I know that if I look at this, I say, what do 49 and a and 28 have in common? So it's a 7. Always ask yourself, should it be positive or negative? I know it has to be positive because I want the parentheses to look the same. So 7 times positive 7a would get me positive 49. And 7 times 4 would get me 28. So as long as your parentheses sets look the same, we're going to write that once because both terms have that in common. And then the values in front, which was an a and a 7, go in the other set of parentheses. And that's our final answer. Remember, you can always check. Right, you can always, well, I'll highlight that first. So that's our final answer. You can always check by multiplying and see if you get the same answer. So 7a times a is 7a squared. 7a times 7 is 49a. 4 times a is 4a. And 4 times 7 is 28. And when you're simplifying, you combine like terms. So 49a and 49a and 4a is 53a. And 7a squared, I'm writing this in standard form, plus 28. Okay, when I distribute, it checks out to the original expression. So therefore I did it right. So again, I showed you, if you watch the YouTube videos on our March 25th page, I show problems, you know, the odd problems, 1, 3, 5, and 7, and I show you the 2 different methods. So you can pick whatever method you want. And then I also added a different link to somebody else describing how to factor trinomials, so that might be helpful if you want some extra practice looking at other problems. And remember, for homework, you're going to do the evens, and then you're going to upload to the website Send so that you get credit. Let's see, so we'll stop there.